I want to talk about welfare. Let me paint you a picture of what's going to happen. And my solution, it might sound illogical to some, but I look at it in the long run as more humane than what will happen. Possible financial calamity in the future. Because Medicare should be running out in a few years. Social Security will be running out in 2033. So that means that you're gonna have to rely on the taxpayers to pay hefty taxes, because they keep adding to the national. If we continue this system, if we continue this monetary system, which I don't think we can, I think that we have to switch over. I think we have to have a ton of different currencies instead of just one monopolized currency where they can control everything. And then you can just, when a country relies on one currency, and whoever runs that currency can destroy that country. And that's the fatal flaw that America is on right now. We might be the world leader when it comes to all the other countries backing their currencies with ours, but even if BRICS doesn't do anything, you can still see attempts to by other countries to get together, put aside possible differences, and make a more fair, balanced system, instead of America manipulating everything to benefit them, and they are always on top. Okay. At some point, what's going to happen is people who are dependent on welfare, and I'm not talking Social Security or old people, like foster kids. I'm not talking about them, because I think they're their first priority. They will be taken care of. I'm talking about the people who are on, like, the disabled. I'm sorry to say, but like in the future, well, hopefully technology can help them out. Like that's my hope, is for technology to progress so much that it can help people live a normal life. It can help with people who have, they weren't born, they were born like seriously mentally disabled, like, where they're like a perpetual child for the rest of their life. And I'm not joking, like I'm talking about, like genuine, like, people that need to be taken care of. Like they just can't, they can't function in society. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to be, I forget the technical term. People with Down syndrome, stuff like that. That's what I'm talking about. What I'm hoping technology helps them out. Because what I see going forward is people being euthanized. And like I said, I might be one of them, people who are relying on the system. I mean, you can already see, like Canada, they're doing it. Oh, we can't fix you, so basically you're just too much money to fix. So you're either going to be euthanized, or you just have to deal with it. We're not going to bother fixing you no more. Yeah, You just deal with it. Or some people, like, I've heard this dude was poor. He didn't want to be euthanized, but since he was so poor, they wanted to euthanize him. I don't know. Anyway, like, that's going to become more, like I said, like, you're raising a generation is being raised that has little to any empathy for other people. So they're not going to give a fuck about euthanasia, like people being euthanized. They're not going to care. They'll be like, dude, whatever lowers my fucking taxes, man. Whatever lowers the less burden on me. Why the fuck do I got to carry that burden? Why the hell should I have to work 2 jobs just to fucking pay my bills and I can't get ahead? I'm barely making it as it is. 80 hours. I'm a slave, man. Like, I have to do this because they take so much out of my check. And I can't, it's either that or be homeless. So that's if there is any jobs. I don't know what the hell the future's gonna hold, man. Okay. So listen. At some point, welfare's gonna run out. Okay, and in communities, and it's not, there's more white people on welfare than there is any other race. Okay, because there's more white people here. Just like prison, you know, just the most people in prison are white people. Well, it's because it's 68% of the fucking population. 59, I don't know. And at some point, it's going to be the minority of this country, which I really don't care as long as I'm not fucking like treated like a second-class citizen. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'll live in any country, man. As long as people treat me with respect, that's all I want. I have no problem. I love all races. I don't give a shit if, like, you know, if I'm 70 years old and there's like whatever. As long as I'm treated with respect, that's all I care about. As long as people aren't racist to me, then it's like whatever. Anyway, what's gonna happen is the welfare will run out. Okay, so people who have been getting funded by the government, like basically their whole life. Well, it's usually like single moms. Okay, it's usually that's the problem. It's usually single moms. It's a bailout from the government. That's what welfare is, and what it should be is limited. It shouldn't be like, okay, you're gonna be on welfare for till your kid's 18 or whatever. No, it should be well, you got a couple of years to fucking get your shit together, and then if you don't, then I guess that we have to take over your kid, and you're going to be given a hysterectomy so you can't have any more kids because you're causing a problem on society. You're having kids with people that don't want to stay with you. You're making really bad decisions, and the rest of society shouldn't have to, you know, hold that burden. I'm sorry. Listen, I don't care if people want to have 50 kids. I don't care if people want to have 100 kids. I don't care if like one dude has like hundreds of wives and he's like impregnating them all. Guess what? As long as like that guy is financially holding all that down, as long as he's not causing a burden onto society, which I think that would be a horrible thing to have one guy with all the, that's kind of like what's happening though right now. Anyway, it's kind of funny. It's unsustainable. I'm just letting you know, especially if you ban porn and marijuana and all that shit. If you ban that shit, what do you think's holding men back from like just losing their shit? That's what's calming men down to move forward through this shit show. Okay, so welfare will run out. Okay, it's gonna run out. Well, then imagine you've been instead of just like waking up and out of the blue, like your bridge card don't work, Or you get like an eviction notice from your apartment. They say you got to start paying rent. And all this happens like the government's not helping you out anymore. Well, if you do that, people are going to act out. The kids, like, you're gonna have kids that aren't being fed. You're gonna have total social breakdown. You're gonna have crime is gonna be insane. So it would be. That's the path. You know, we keep kicking the can down the road. This whole kicking the can down the road. That's where it's leading to. It's leading to basically a purge. And how do you stop that? Well, we need to get off of the dollar. That's one thing. We can have it. That could be a currency or whatever, but we need multiple currencies. We need to stop, and America should have its own currency. I don't understand why it relies on private banks. Fuck them all, dude. It's all like these warmongers who run the world, who are influencing our deep state, our politicians. I think they're being bought off. It's probably like, it's not so much like you're gonna go and find like transactions like, here's just $1 million. No, what you'll find is, oh, here's some free marketing. Oh, here's your book deals. Oh, well, when you're done, we're gonna get your speeches are gonna be $500,000. It's that, and that's hard to control. So, yeah, that's that's why I'm kind of in big favor of direct democracy at this point. We use technology, decentralized, to be able to vote on things that we want and don't want ourselves. We can vote on budgets. We can vote on whatever, because it's or just have the people who actually do the work and who are actually producing for society, producing tax dollars. They can only vote, dude. Like, if you're just collecting welfare, you ain't doing nothing. And honestly, like, single moms, man, like, you're contributing to the crime problem. So yeah, that's a big problem, you know. Well, it's weak men, man. It's immature men. And it can be reversed. And listen, man. Okay, listen. You know, these people on the right who are all like, listen, I'm not for like concentration camps and stuff like that, but like, if you're gonna like come here to like our country, you gotta assimilate. Like, you could bring some of your cool stuff, you know, like the food. You can wear what you want. That's fucking cool. But at least have our core American fucking values, man, and speak the language. Like I said 100,000 times, if I was to go move to another country, I'm gonna learn all their values, all their traditions. I'm going to try to fit in as much as I'm gonna learn their language. That's ignorant of me for me to go there like, you need to change to the way things are. Like, go back to where you were then, man. Like, seriously. It's like me. It's like me going to one of these Asian countries and being like, man, like, these hot Asian chicks that want me. I'm just like, you know, it's just not enough. It's just like, motherfucker, go back to where you were, man. You came over here because your women where you're at aren't the highest quality. So you came over here and now you're complaining. It's like, dude, you need to appreciate what you have, dude. You went from nothing. And this is what I'm trying to like have people relate is like, you went from nothing and now you're complaining. You know what I mean? It's like, you just went from like having no attention from women. No women give a shit about you, and then you go somewhere and like all these like gorgeous girls are like flocking around you wherever. It could be South America, it could be Africa. You could have beautiful women like flocking to you and being loyal to you in these countries that aren't westernized yet. So it's getting westernized, and that's a fucking problem. So yeah, it's just kind of weird to go to a different country and then complain about the conditions when you're being handed all this fucking free shit. Anyway, and you shouldn't even be over here anyway. You really shouldn't. You need to get in fucking line. There's lines for a fucking reason. We have laws, and our fucking federal government is like not obeying its own fucking laws, its own immigration laws. They're just letting in anybody. And like I said many years back, you know, you got an open fucking border, not very secure. Well, people hate America. Where would you come through? How are you getting to America to hurt America? And this doesn't take a fucking brain surgeon to fucking figure that out. And the FBI, oh, I'm worried about fucking taxpayers. I'm worried about people who work and take care of their fucking families. I'm gonna worry about these people. What? Oh, hey, okay, man, okay. Why? Just because of the way I vote? Because I can think for my fucking self? Anyway, so like, okay, you have to wean people off, okay? And you know, it sucks to have to give somebody a hysterectomy, but they can't. You have people that shouldn't be breeding out here. I'm sorry. They shouldn't be having kids. Whether they don't raise them right, they don't want to take care of them, whatever. They kind of just have them for like a financial benefit or like a financial cushion, and they use them. And that's not all, but that does happen. And I think it happens more than people think. So the humane way, this is the way I would go about it. I would say, hey, listen, 1 year, 2 years, whatever. Possibly we can do an extension, okay? But this is what we're gonna do right now. We gotta stop giving people fucking free welfare. We gotta stop, like, we can't just keep doing this because we can't afford it. Okay, so the next, like I said, you could do 1 year, 2 year, and then like you can file it, like whatever the fuck, man. You're done. Okay, you can never use it again. It's like, it's only meant to be there to help you out. If it's like, it's pretty much supposed to be like, unemployment. When you get fired, like not get fired, but like if you lose your job, get laid off or some shit, and you can't find another job because like the job market's not good. Well, that's what unemployment's for. And I think the old employer pays into it, and the state, I think that you pay into it with taxes as well. It's something like that. I don't know. Anyway, well, it should be treated like that. And okay, maybe it's like, okay, you can't never use again, not to that extent, but so many years have to pass before you can reapply because you've already been on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not meant to be a permanent thing. So you got 2 years to fucking find you a good stable man, or get your shit together so you can financially take care of you and your child, or you're fucked. If you can't take care of your kid, we will put that kid in a foster home, and like I said, give you a hysterectomy so you can't have fucking 15 kids and expect the rest of society fucking to take care of him. No, we'll give you time, and we're not, you know what? We're not gonna even like sit here, because what happens when you're a welfare, they want to look at all your finances, they want to see any kind of income, and then if you are getting income, that say like you are on that and you get a job, they start lowering your food stamps. You're like, no, we're not gonna lower any of that, and that's where it's gonna get people like, hey, no, I'm thinking long term. I'm trying to get these people off without like them dying. Like without them just, I don't want a lot of homeless people. But they're definitely, they're like, homeless people shouldn't be on the streets. They shouldn't be living on the streets. If you can't, like, you shouldn't be living in front of businesses. And I think that, like, I think that goes against building codes, but like, you can't, like, in a commercial area, I don't think you can build residential shit. I don't know, I think it depends on the place. But so they're violating that, something like that. I don't know, there's different areas. That's why you see like houses where houses are at, and then like like when you go onto the strip of your town or whatever, like city, whatever, you know, where you got all the fast food, like, you don't see, you might see apartments or some shit, but you don't see like houses and shit. Like, I don't know. Anyway, you shouldn't be living on the fucking street, man. And you don't have to, like, we should have some place where we could just like throw these people if they don't want to be a part of society, where they can go. You don't have to, you could be homeless in this fucking island by whatever, man, like, fucking figure it out. But like, you're not going to be just sitting here doing drugs, causing crime and all this bullshit. You're not going to do that no more. You're not going to poop on the streets. So people need to, you know, you don't have to fucking be here. Like, we're just don't allow that. We don't allow, you know, you can go live in the woods somewhere. Go fucking figure it out. Like, you're not going to just be homeless here. Sorry. Try to be homeless in a state park and see what happens. Go throw up a tent in a state park and see how fast the fucking rangers kick you out. That gets hell. But like, we can just have homeless people in front of buildings. I guess that makes a lot of fucking sense. Anyway, yeah, you have to like wean these people off of this cancer, because welfare is a fucking cancer. With the way they've led it, like, there's people that have been on, like, there's generations that are on that shit. Generations of very bad decisions. It's namely having kids with people you shouldn't be having kids with. Or it's lack of masculine father figures, and then those boys go flock towards the only thing that they see in their own personal life of a strong masculine man. And that's why gangs are formed, you know. There's that old dog leader and everyone respects him. And they, you know, you gotta do shady shit. But we need so we need strong communities where it's not forced labor, but if you're going to be a part of a community, you have to contribute something. You can't just like be an able-bodied person and just not work and lay around. Like, if it's one thing if you're disabled, man, you know, like, that's one thing. But if you can work, if you can contribute, if you can do something. But we need communities that teach good values to people. And this is not about race, man. We have an epidemic of kids that, whether they know their father or not, they're fucking weak. They're fucking weak men that are poor examples to their fucking kids. And this has been going on the last 70 fucking years. Shit, I was going down that path. But I mean, that's why do you think that we have all these fucking problems? You know, I hear all these red pill content creators, well, is, you know, they give you that red meat, like that sizzle that Rolo says, oh, women are fucking horrible. Yeah. Why? That's a symptom. The root cause is weak men. Whether weak men are boosting up women's egos on the internet, so they think that they're way hotter than they really are, or their value's way more than it really is, and they think that they're not a peasant when they really are, or the immaturity of the fucking boomers who couldn't keep their fucking families together. And guess what? You can say, I'm a boomer too, because I didn't keep my fucking family together. But I ended up getting full custody of my kids, and that's rare. My kids are pretty well off when it comes to knowledge, man. And that's what I want. I want them to do better than me. I want them to be better than me. I want them to have, like, the best of the best. I want them to have, like, the hottest wives and the most beautiful fucking children, if they want to do that. So I want better for them than what I have. Anyway, so I want better for them than I've had. And to see, like, the sacrifices actually possibly in my life that I've made will be amazing to see. Like, well, I already have, like, I feel good because my kids are both raised. They both graduated high school. They're both working. And I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't as hard on them as I would have been if I had a wife. So it was kind of hard for me. I don't fit into that nurturing type. I'm not the socially the best. Like, the birthday parties, like, I wanted them to have a cool birthday party, but I fucking hated planning it. I hate putting it together. I hated, like, I didn't want to do school functions. I didn't want to, like, go fucking, like, I never did it, but, like, I don't want to go bake fucking shit and fucking volunteer my time at school, at parent, you know what I'm saying? And what man really does? And I didn't do that. I mean, I fucking had a full-time job, and I feel like I did, you know, like, when you do a full-time job, come home and hold on a household as well. That shit ain't fucking hard. That shit ain't fucking easy. So I definitely have a lot of street cred when it comes to understanding family dynamics, because I've seen it for multiple different type of facets, whether it's being involved with step brothers and sisters, half brothers and sisters. I've basically been almost a stepdad, almost. And I've seen, and seeing my kids, raising my kids, both full-blooded, both, they're not half brother, half, they're both full. So, and to see like the hard work it took to do that, took a lot of hard work. I haven't done everything perfect. I'm not perfect, but I made plenty of mistakes. But when you see mistakes, I think, when people say, "Oh, you shouldn't be giving advice because you're not married," it's like, dude, I've been married, and obviously I've made mistakes, and I'm telling you this so you don't make those mistakes. How about that? Yeah, I still have experience. Yeah, it didn't work out. Now, if it's like, if I've been married like 5 times, unless like you fucking finally get it, but like those people, yeah, you're fucking married. Good for you. Big fucking wow. You've been married like 8 times. Why would I listen to you? It took you like 12 times to learn from your fucking mistakes. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like getting off of welfare, getting these people off of welfare, because welfare is it's evolved into a cancer. And it's a gigantic drain on our financial system that we're not going to be able to sustain. And more and more and more and more people are going to be on it. And listen, I'm fine with a universal base income, and I think it's needed. I do. I think the first thing we could do is like probably stop charging people like me taxes, because we are getting like, if you're gonna keep like inflating the currency, like, and you expect me to survive, like, you're inflating it so much that I'm going to, in order for me to keep my job, I'm gonna have to be homeless because I can't afford a fucking place no more. So you think that I'm gonna keep working in this society, living in my fucking car or in a tent? Because that's what's gonna get to. Because like, it's just too expensive, man. Food's too expensive. They've manipulated it, so it's just, they're not gonna do that though. So like, it's a system that's failing. I am not black-pilled. I think that, I hope people can just like, what I'm hoping is it's a soft, hard like landing. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it wakes people up. I hope that people are humbled, but they don't die because like it's so drastic, like a depression. But I don't want a downturn. I don't like downturns. I don't like recessions. But to see regular people, how like out of reality a lot of people are, man. Like the boomers just basically think this is the fucking 80s and 90s still. So I don't want it to be, but I want it to fucking wake people up, man. Like, okay, this is, you know how bad it hurts? You know how bad it hurts to see my kid out there working with me? And that's bad. But man, it was so crazy. It was so crazy. Because you want better for your kids, but I know this is good for them right now. I know they need to go through this pain and suffering and use it as motivation to gain fucking skills so they don't ever have to do this stupid bullshit again. They need to suffer. They need to see what it's like. And it's shaping them, and I'm so proud of my youngest. This is his first job, and he's getting, having to do shit he don't want to fucking do. It's the holidays, so it's really fucked up, and I don't even want to fucking be there. I just don't even want to be there anymore. But it's like he's sticking through it, and because my thing is, like, he could save a lot of money and invest it or whatever, but he did it. Whatever he invested, whether it's a fucking car or whatever, but he saved it up, and I'm helping him. I'm not just like, here's all these fucking bills, you're 18 now. I'm kind of like, here, pay for your fucking food now. I got you a job, you're making good money. And when he got the first, when we started getting his checks and all that shit, he started getting shit that he fucking needed. Like, he didn't even have a TV, and I didn't know his TV was broke like it was, but his TV was fucking broke. So he bought himself a new fucking TV. He got himself some earpods, some clothes, some shit he fucking needed. He's not out here like splurging, like, oh, I need a fucking brand new goddamn phone. You know what I mean? It's like brand new phone or whatever, $2,000 phone. No, he's not doing that. He's trying to save money, and I mean, I don't know what he's gonna do with it. Like, he might squander it. Who the hell knows? But at least I've tried. At least I try to show him a good foundation, and he's developing good work ethic. And I'm like, listen, man, the mantra I say in my head when I don't want to keep moving forward, when I want to fucking quit, and when I don't want to fucking be there, is just keep pushing forward. Everything is temporary. Pleasure is temporary. Pain and suffering is temporary. Let me get through this fucking bullshit, and it will be over, and then I will be able to leave. And I keep pushing forward. And I told him, you are being toughened up. You're being sharpened. You're being molded. Yeah, you don't like this. And I told him, being a part of a man is having to do shit you don't like. And it is kind of cool being able to work with them, I'm not gonna lie, but I still look back and I'm like, man, I want him to be better. I want them to do way better. I just hope they don't fall in that trap. And I have to say, you get a girl pregnant, this is gonna be your fucking future. Soul fucking crushing, dream crushing, fucking just a monotonous fucking experience of like what I've dealt with the last fucking 20 years, 19 whatever, 25 years of my life of just working and whatever. But work is good. I think as long as I think that people have to contribute to society. They can't just be sponges. So you gotta do something. Yeah, so like I would, the humane way is to wean people off of welfare, and when you get to that point, there should be like options set up where there's places where people can go to try to have maybe not just like here's a hysterectomy, go on your way now, have fun. it's like, here's an option of a place you can go where it's a community. You gotta put in work, you gotta help out but it's not like it's for profit. You're just like keeping the community going forward so people can eat. So, you know, you got shit going on, like whatever you gotta contribute, whether growing food, harvest, you know, like butchering chickens, cleaning, I don't know, whatever. You're contributing in some type of way. You're working to keep this, because like humans, it requires work to keep you moving, to keep you existing. Go into the woods and just sit there and just expect people to give you free shit. It's not gonna happen. If you want to survive, you're gonna have to fucking work. If you want to survive, you're gonna have to work. So yeah, there should be options like that where it's like there's counselors, and it's probably like more naturistic type of deal. And you know, you could have some like religious, I don't give a fuck if it's Muslim, if it's like Jewish, if you know, you can have them all. You can have all different types of religion. You can have, fuck, even even satanic, whatever, man. Who gives a fuck? As long as it's not like negative, like like the satanic people aren't what they like. They're not the devil worshippers, from what I'm hearing that they're portrayed as. I don't follow their beliefs or nothing like that. I'm just saying, like, it isn't what people think it is. But you know, whatever one you want to go to, and they will help you. They will help your family. They'll help you build some skills, help your kids grow so they can develop skills, have like a safe, stable environment for them. And they definitely like do work too. They learn. There's all kinds of learning there for them. High-tech, futuristic learning would be best with AI assistance and virtual reality type of experiences. So you don't need too many. Like AI can be used as like a counselor. So you don't even like, the counselors don't like, they're pretty much going to be gone. Like you can counselor doesn't like, they're just there for you to listen. You know, they might give you recommendations, but like I think an AI can do that too. I mean, we can pretty much upload all that to the internet, and you know, help these fucking kids form and go down the path what is gonna go towards their strengths, so they can succeed in life, and learn things that go towards their strengths. That's what I'm saying. So they can develop really good skills and be a positive producer to humanity instead of being a negative. But these camps, you know, don't have to be forced, but it's like, well, okay, well, I guess your kid's gonna go and you're not. So you can just fuck off then. I don't know. Probably would be a bad influence. You probably would have problems there anyway. So, like, there's not any tolerance for any bullshit. It's a clean, safe community, and we don't put up with bullshit. So, your kid can stay, but you're gonna get the fuck out of here. And I think that there needs to be places that people are exiled to. That's what I think. You don't want to be a part of society? Well, that's kind of like what Australia was. They just exiled fucking people. There should be a place like that. And unfortunately, it looks like America is that place. No, I'm cool with getting like I don't think that we should get like the best, like the immigrants. I think that we should get moderate. I think we should get a good mix. I think it's good to get, you know, like really smart engineers and doctors and shit like that. I think that's cool. But we also need like regular people too. We don't just the best, because like if we just take like the greatest from all the other communities, and then it's like, okay, we got a bunch of fucking engineers here, but like, you know, we still need people to do stuff. You still need people to work. You still need like shit cleaned, and you still need like, it's not all robotic yet, but that's the problem is if you just give out universal basic income right now, like you're hurting the people working. You're taking from them, and that's kind of like what's happening anyway with the welfare thing. You're taking from them and giving to the other people, and the other people aren't contributing anything. So just give me free shit, like, because I exist. Like, no, you gotta fucking work, man. Unless somebody's like going to provide for you, like, that's cool, whatever. Like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you can provide for people, cool, man, go ahead, whatever, as long as they ain't committing crimes and being a detriment to society. And marijuana isn't the devil. It is not. From what I understand, and I could be wrong, it was criminalized based off of racism. That's what I've heard. I've heard it multiple times. And also, I think the alcohol companies wanted it banned because it ate into their profits. I just seen something like I didn't read the article, but I seen something like marijuana sales have outdone the alcohol sales here in Michigan. And that's fucking huge, man. That is huge. So, do you think alcohol likes that? No. Whatever argument you have against marijuana, I could say the same about alcohol, but that's legal. So, I think it should be left up to the states. I just think that it should be federally decriminalized. I mean, if some state wants to go ahead and keep it criminalized, fucking whatever. Be stupid. The fact of the matter is, I can go to a bar, take a couple gummies. You might want to take a couple gummies before you go there. Somebody else can drive. Take a couple gummies. They fucking wear off in a couple hours. Or just take a vape, whatever. Or just like smoke before you go to the bar. And in fucking 3 hours you're sober. You got a fucking designated driver. They didn't drink. Everyone else is drinking, having a good time. Like, I don't understand the fucking problem with it. I really fucking don't. You know, it's like, it's just ridiculous. And I think that we could be profiting big time if we just fucking legalized it and started selling it mass. But you know what? They want to demonize it. Whatever. I think it calms people down. It takes the edge off. Oh man, like coming home from work, you know, people like to drink. Dude, I would rather much fucking get high. I loved getting high when I was younger. I fucking loved it. It was like one of my favorite it was one of my favorite fucking hobbies, dude. I loved it. It made everything just like feel better. The experiences were so much cooler. You know, I can imagine. It's just like video games, everything, it just enhanced things. And I just liked it. It's a way better feeling. I had way better control. I made way better fucking decisions. When it came to like, okay, opposed to getting drunk, on my 30th birthday, getting completely fucked up, got kicked out of the bar, drove home, completely fucked up. I was so fucked up, I couldn't find my keys. So I was gonna go drive to my ex's and get my other set. But I had my keys to put in the car. And that's how fucked up I was. I didn't know where the fuck my keys were. Then I got a DUI. And didn't even try to play it off either. Pulled me over. As soon as I left, like he was parked right alongside the exit. I went past him too quick or some shit. Pulled me over. I wasn't trying to like fake my way out of that shit. I couldn't even talk. I think I blew a 1.9 or whatever. It was bad. Bad. And I'm so glad I didn't fucking kill nobody. I didn't kill myself. I didn't hurt anybody else. I served my probation. I did all that shit. Got it all taken care of. But, like, anytime I've ever gotten stoned, I've never made dumb decisions like that. It's just you don't fucking care. You lose like the ability to give a fuck. So yeah, dude, like I think marijuana should be decriminalized. And this crime and all this bullshit that they try to contribute. Oh, since they made marijuana legal, it's fucking crimes. The crime's gone up because you're getting more tolerant on crime. You're letting criminals out. You're being lenient on criminals. You're actually like, it almost seems like the system in some places, some blue places, are for the criminals. So you don't give a fuck about the people who pay their taxes, which you should give a shit about. But you know, they're drones and they'll just keep on paying their taxes, like, and they don't pay attention. And no, vote blue no matter who. These people are drones. Uncreative drones. So it's not because of weed. Weed is so like, it's such a little oh man, it's not a gateway drug. That's a bunch of bullshit too. There's nothing proven that it's a gateway drug. If somebody wants to do heroin, they're gonna fucking do it. If they're gonna want to do something, they're gonna fucking do it. A lot of people end up on heroin because of the fucking pain pills that are prescribed to them by the system. Then they get into the pain pills. The pain pills become too much because they're too dependent on them. They need more and more to sustain their fucking high. So they go to heroin because it's cheaper. Plus, they can only get so much from their doctor at a time. So if they have a high tolerance for those pills, they're going to take more of them. So they're going to have to keep going to the doctor and getting more. And it's just kind of like suspicious. I'm sure there's like agencies that are like, why is this person getting so much prescription pills? What is going on here? Like there's like probably some kind of something that these doctors have to answer to, because you're just basically a drug dealer at that fucking point. So the people got to buy the shit on the street, whatever the fuck, man. I don't know. Anyway, that's why they people who smoke weed like aren't just, you don't just go from smoking weed. Hey, I'm gonna do fucking heroin. Now, if somebody's gonna do fucking hard drugs because like they're trying to escape reality, they've had a fucked up, traumatized fucking childhood, and they're trying to escape a reality. And they just don't give a shit no more. They don't see no hope. They have no hope for the fucking future. They don't fucking like, kind of how I feel right now. Honestly, like I have no fucking hope. I mean, I have hope after all the bullshit we go through. Like, I don't have hope for the immediate future. But, yeah, I think that's it for this fucking video.